What's going on, guys? It's Dramon, and on this week's episode of NBA Talk, the king doesn't follow the country follows the king. Oh, LeBron, you never seem to disappoint, except in 2007, 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2014. All jokes aside, LeBron definitely gives us a show on the court, or at the very least something to talk about off of it, and this past week, he definitely gave us something to talk about. In case you've been living in a rock or a bat cave hiding from all the terrible Batman v Superman reviews, here's an update. LeBron's Twitter unfollowed the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What?
Yeah, you heard that right. LeBron unfollowed the team he is currently playing for. No joke. During a post-game interview, one nervous but brave reporter asked LeBron about this scandal and, well, see for yourself.
LeBron, you may not like this one, and I'm not thrilled asking it. I'm obviously trying to diffuse this a little bit, but it appears that you unfollowed the Cavs on Twitter today, and it's caused quite a stir. Why did you do that, or what would go into that?
Next question.
Now let's just give LeBron the benefit of the doubt. It's a ridiculous question, and his Twitter account is probably the least of his worries at this point of the season, so you can understand why he couldn't give this question the light of day, but then this happened.
You've had 38 assists tonight. That's a season high. Is this something you can take forward to the next game?
I'm done.
Come on, LeBron. You're making this way too easy. When you act like that, you're drawing attention away from your team onto you, giving us no other option but to speculate about this non-basketball mischief. So let's do just that. Speculate on why LeBron James unfollowed the Cleveland Cavaliers. To get a better understanding about this situation, you have to go all the way back to the 2014 offseason where LeBron opted out of his contract to become a free agent. It was somewhat of a mystery as to what LeBron would actually end up doing, but the overwhelming consensus is that he would re-sign with the Heat, join the Big Three and Eric Spoelstra, but reconfigure the role players around him. But then LeBron gave us the curveball and dropped the "I'm coming home" story in Sports Illustrated. Now, was it a surprise from a basketball point of view? No, but it was a surprise considering he's going back to the city that burned his jersey the day he left. But with the Heat's Big Three not getting any younger, it looked like LeBron picked the perfect situation to write the last chapter in his career. So now that LeBron is in Cleveland with amazing talent, all is well, right? Wrong. Even with young superstar Kyrie Irving, intriguing prospect Andrew Wiggins, and 2013 number one pick Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett of Toronto, Canada, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
LeBron had other ideas that included a fellow from Minnesota. Oh yeah, you betcha. After weeks of speculation on a Kevin Love to Cleveland trade, that rumor became a reality and Love went from one cold city to another. And so now we have LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love as the new Big Three in the East. All is well, right? Wrong. The Cavs started the season 19-20, and the question of if this Big Three can actually work or not immediately came to the forefront. But after a 2-week vacation by the king himself, LeBron was ready to come back and reign supreme, leading the Cavs to a second seed in the Eastern Conference. All is well, right? Wrong. In comes Kelly Olynyk, out comes K-Love's shoulder, leaving Love out for the remainder of the 2015 postseason, priming a Chicago Bulls upset in the second round, but LeBron ain't having that. Audible's David Blatt's last play in the closing seconds of Game 4, push off, corner three, bang, series tied 2-2, not the 3-1 Bulls advantage all of Chicago hoped for. Cleveland proceeds to roll through the Eastern Conference with little resistance even without Kyrie Irving, who had a nagging knee issue, and all of a sudden Cleveland found themselves in the NBA Finals going up against an inexperienced Golden State Warriors team. All is well, right? Actually, yeah. Game 1 was everything we hoped it would be. The stars were playing like stars, and that included the previously injured Kyrie Irving, who played through the pain because he wasn't missing out on this moment, and boy did he show up. He had 4 steals and a game-saving block that pushed the game into overtime, and that immediately squashed any concern on whether or not Kyrie was a good stats, bad team type of player, and everyone was excited because we all thought this was a finals for the decades. All is well, right? Wrong. Kyrie breaks his kneecap in overtime, leaving LeBron all by himself and sucking the life out of all of Cleveland, who couldn't help but think, maybe next year. But then, LeBron puts on one of the greatest performances by a singular player in the finals we have ever seen, single-handedly giving hope to all of Cleveland that if he had just one of his 2 injured teammates, they would have their first major championship since 1964. All is well, right? Wrong again. Before we can even get halfway through the 2015-16 NBA season, the Cleveland Cavaliers fired head coach David Blatt, who had just led them to an NBA Finals appearance against all odds. So what gives? Speculation about LeBron James wanting David Blatt out of Cleveland arise, and having his guy Ty Lue at the helm didn't help either. But maybe the narrative of LeBron the GM was all smoke, and now he's finally happy because he got the coach he wants, his team is healthy, and now the Cavs can focus on winning. All is well, right? Wrong again. The Cavs defense hasn't improved since Lue took over, and with LeBron James' cryptic tweets, snaps of him working out in Miami during an off day, him chatting it up with D Wade at halftime while down 21, and constant criticism of his teammates claiming that they're not ready for a title run, you could say there's internal problems in Cleveland. What do I think? I think LeBron went back to Cleveland to make it up to the fans while simultaneously surrounding himself by a younger group of players that could carry him throughout the regular season, so when the playoffs came around, he could activate Zero Dark 23 mode and preserve his legacy with exceptional postseason play, but it just didn't work out that way. What LeBron James didn't realize is that Kevin Love and Kyrie need a lot more leadership than he was anticipating, and is starting to get frustrated with the lack of professionalism by the Cleveland organization and players, something the Godfather, Pat Riley, excels in. So based on all of that, is it such a crazy idea that LeBron took out one of his Samsung phones and unfollowed the Cavs himself? To me, no, that's not crazy, but that's for you to decide. Let us know if you think LeBron unfollowed the Cavs and why in the comment section below, as well as what you would like me to tackle in next week's episode of NBA Talk. My name's Jaron. It's been great having you. See you in the next one. Peace. Next one, pitch me your Aquaman entrance.
Aquaman, swift and powerful monarch of the oceans, with ability to summon and command all.
While nothing in the NBA is a sure thing, Kwame Brown,
this man was a bona fide scrub.
a playoff matchup between the Spurs and the Warriors is inevitable.